Call this Wicker session to order Wednesday, February 7th, 7 p.m. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, visitor comments.
I have three questions having to do with what we or you people would like to do with the city property. The first question is a group in Portland is trying to put together an aqua center next to OMSI to store kayaks, to have classrooms, to have the dragon boats, and be basically a connection to the river. Have we made any contact with that group to see what they want to do? Because the city of Portland has not replied to them yet. That may be ongoing, but that was the first thing. And obviously, at one time, we were looking at the stern wheel of the PT boat and some of the other materials that float that the city of Portland really doesn't like down there. The next question is, what are the categories of industries we're looking at to go on the properties we own? I know at one time we talked about the toxic waste. We had the tire place. We've got the marijuana grow facilities. We don't want the vocational school. We don't want the ferry because that's been ruled out before. So the question is, what categories is the city council looking into? And the other thing, the one common thing of the things we've looked at, which is the toxic waste and the marijuana place, there was a figure of dollars that these different groups wanted to give to the city. So what's the opening bid for a group to put something on our property?
I can help you with the answering those questions.
Okay.
City property, no one has come to us. So you're saying that there's people out there wanting to obtain property to do something.
That's correct.
And as far as I know, I haven't heard anything of people requesting that. So if you know them, tell them to get a hold of the city.
I just wondered if you had contacted them, because I was surprised. That this
Who is
group-
them?
I'm trying to remember the name of this aqua group. They want to put basically a $12 million facility.
Yeah, if we don't know who them is.
Yeah, well, that's
then
why I wondered. I had just saw this on passing on the TV, and it was, we'll say, a group, and I don't remember I'll have to pick up the TV station, what the name of the group down there. But they evidently had funding, or the TV report, I should say, indicated some funding that they had, but they had not gotten any clearance or answer from the city of Portland. And the thought was they're really interested in putting something on the river. We could at least offer them river property, which the city of Portland may not. That was the reason for the question.
It's like a kayak?
Kayak, well, no, it was all stuff, be kayaks, the big, I call them war canoes, the dragon boats, and there'd be access to the river for people with their own kayaks and boating. There'd be classrooms to educate the public on what the river is all about. I mean, it was kind of an educational storage thing down there.
Maybe like the river keepers or something?
No, it was
No.
not River Keepers.
Steve, I'm glad you brought that up, because I do recall going over an email of someone who wants to do some kind of restoration on a boat, And I'll be glad to talk with you on that when I go back and check my email.
And you want to talk on that?
Well, with regards to the vocational school attraction, I mean, we work pretty, nobody said no to a vocational school. We spent a lot of energy trying to attract and court and,
We actually offered
Bringing
them
people in.
land to come here,
Yeah.
and they turned us down.
Have we made any contact with OMET,
and there's, I mean, and
Owens Caboose? I try to contact them and I get this, please leave your, name and phone number, we'll get back to you, and
We've been in contact with the group that's bringing them in, yes.
did we have any
They're,
public plans that we can?
they're set on being around the airport. They've got their heart set on that. So we will get
Keith,
some stuff
Keith,
from that.
can you pull your mic towards you?
Oh.
Yeah, yep.
Anyway, so
I couldn't quite hear you.
Some of the things they've been amazingly vague about, but it's all great, according to the PR, but I haven't been able to find anybody for the specific of what they're doing.
things are in motion, and we're trying to work with them, yes.
so, and as regards to the ferry, there's nobody's ever said we're not doing the ferry, and the stern whaler and the PT boat, and then they had interest from the LCI.
Yeah.
Those have pretty tremendous, infrastructure requirements, but there's nothing in the development plans that would prohibit them from coming, so. It's,
Well,
I don't know.
yep, I would have to agree on the ferry idea. I think is still very intriguing to a lot of citizens around this area.
Well, my discussion with Susan Kahn, she, at one of the meetings that we had up at the church on Columbia Boulevard, quashed that very hard, and I didn't know whether she was talking for the council or that was her personal opinion.
I don't know if you're aware that Mr. Locke and myself journeyed over to the Woodlands City Council and asked if there was any interest with their city in participating with the ferry. There was. However, for them it was so big and so huge of an idea that they thought that they would talk about it amongst themselves and get back to us. And we never heard anything back from them.
You realize that if you go up the Lewis River, and I forget what the radius is, but it's close enough to the Amtrak.
Steve,
There is money under Amtrak's bureaucracy for interconnections with other modes of transportation to the rail.
okay, hey Steve, for future, because I know for future, could you just stand up here or sit up here, because so you're on the mic, because we don't have any recording of what our conversation is. So,
Want me to come up and read straight?
yeah, please. That way, it's on the record and everybody hears it.
Okay. Having to do with the termination of the ferry or any other transportation that comes close to the railroad or Amtrak, there is money for them to help build facilities in their overall structure. And as we're well aware, getting across the river and trying to get to Seattle by car is become a mystery or impossible. And I know Amtrak wants more passengers, and it'd be great to park the cars here, take the ferry over. But there may be financial help from Amtrak at that end of the termination, and how far it would go.
Sure.
And now with the big electric ferries that are coming on operation, we can talk about an environmentally green transportation system.
I have some ideas around that, and one of these days, I can sit down and share some of my thoughts with you too.
Very good, thank
All
you.
right. Yep. Hi.
Public comment.
It's open for visitor comments. If you guys would like to make a comment.
Come on, Bailey.
All right.
You can sit
Do you
or
want-
stand or whatever you want to do.
Do you want me to grab the mic, or can you guys?
You
hear me?
can. You do have to get close to it at least, so you can sit down or grab it or whatever.
have a little bit of experience with this, but not much. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Bailey Crawford, and I have served as a rodeo queen promoting Columbia County and St. Helens for quite a while. In 2014 and 15, I was on the Columbia County Fair and Rodeo Court, where then 2016, I represented the whole state of Oregon as Miss Teen Rodeo Oregon. And now, this year, I have the honor and privilege to represent the Northwest Professional Rodeo Association this year. So I am here today because you guys have sponsored me in the past. I have your logo on my trailer right now, actually. And so around somewhere, there should be a sponsorship level. So pretty much I'm here to ask for your continued support because it's been quite a few years. So there are the different sponsorship levels. So again, $500 will keep your logo on my trailer. And then also part of your sponsorship helped make my chaps here. They're a little dirty. They've been to a few rodeos. And so they're a little dirty, but I just kind of want to show them off real quick. So gold and black were kind of my theme because I wanted to stay a little neutral. And then it's got Miss Teen Rodeo Oregon 2016 on it. And then each concho has a state emblem, I guess. So state tree, state bird, state animal. So I kind of wanted to represent, you know, my state and my town and hope to get your guys' continued support. So again, I have the sponsorship levels around there. And then while I'm here, I'd like to invite you to my coronation fundraiser dinner, which is at the St. Helens Columbia County Fairgrounds here. March 3rd, doors open at 5, and then tickets are $20 each, $25 at the door. So if you guys want to purchase any tickets, I do believe I have some with me. So,
I have a question.
yes.
We put the city logo on your trailer, and my question is since, of course, I want something special. We now are promoting Halloween Town, Spirit of Halloween Town, internationally, and we have that logo as well.
Perfect.
And part B is that I don't know how to put this in a nice way, so I'll just be honest.
We love that.
I wondered about using you as a mentor or as a spokesperson or as a personality for local events. If you would be open to doing that.
Absolutely.
I see so many young people in really bad situations in our community that really need more guidance from somebody they view more as a peer rather than a teacher, a policeman, or a cop, or a parent telling them what to do. But we need more inspiration in our community. I wondered if you'd be open to that as part of this kind of promise support piece.
Absolutely. So I was on the St. Helens Youth City Council the inaugural year. So it's good to see that it's still around. So as somebody who asks for money and sponsorships, it's not always easy because people ask, well, what do I get in return? And it's hard for me to explain, well, you're supporting me in my endeavors in the future. So when people actually want to use me for things, that's awesome. So, I mean, any kind of promotional things you have.
Well, and I don't think everybody here knows I met Bailey when she was a little girl, and I've known Bailey for 17 years. So Bailey had to pay for everything. There is no financial benefit to her serving this role in our community. All of everything she does, everything she's wearing, everything she's done, she's had to pay for every dollar. And that's what the sponsorship, it's not so she can go on some Hawaiian cruise. It's all of this is required for her to serve.
It's a job. I mean, I don't get weekends off. I'm busy working.
Right.
And then part of the sponsorship as well, I was able to go to Florida. And I've never been outside of Washington or Oregon, really. So to fly all the way across the country was pretty awesome to represent Oregon in Oregon's rodeo. So again, I mean, anything helps. And then to be able to come back and be a spokesperson or an educator or mentor, that's incredible. And I would love to.
And so last time we did $500.
Yes.
I would like to entertain the idea of continuing that level of support for Bailey's endeavors.
And I would like to add the Spirit of Halloween Town if you guys want that as well. So that could be something new with the added sponsorship for this year.
So, Bailey, how many rodeos do you attend a year?
Over 30. Sometimes multiple rodeos in the same weekend, especially the 4th of July week. It's always crazy.
So, are you gonna be in our Kiwanis Parade, the third Saturday of
You
June?
betcha. It'll be what, the third year?
Super.
Fourth. I'm hearing fourth.
Well, I'm definitely not opposed to donating $500 towards that. That's very impressive what you're doing. You know, says a lot about a person. So I'm in favor of.
If I were to have to stand up here, I mean, 4 years ago, I would be, I'm still nervous. I still get nervous. Everybody gets nervous. But, I mean, just this has helped me so much. And I want to give back and be able to travel as much as I can, which is why I have to search for sponsors. Because, like Jenny said, I don't just get in a budget that
There's
is
no price
endless.
tag.
Exactly. So, I mean, the more sponsors and money I get, the more I can go and promote not just rodeo, not just St. Helens, not just Columbia County, but I mean everything it means to be a spokesperson or a mentor or somebody that people look up to. So,
I can think of a better representative to have for our city than you standing before us.
thank you.
So I'm very much in agreement with your proposal.
Youth Council David, you can turn on your mic. You don't get a vote, but do you have any comments?
I think that's a great idea. We'd be very thankful for you to help us.
Okay. It sounds like Keith knows you. He called you by your name out there, so sounds like it's a done deal.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And if you
Yep.
guys ever have any questions about rodeo or anything that I do, you want to know where your money's going, just give me a call, shoot me an
the-
email.
Just for, because Crystal's not here, I just want to make sure that Crystal gets the pictures when we,
Yeah.
that would be the person to talk to about getting the logo and doing
Okay.
that and kind of doing a little blip for the city's social
Oh,
media
mhm.
about supporting you and sponsoring you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you, Bailey. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
It is work. It's fun, but it's work.
It's not easy. I actually, so a little tidbit, Safe and Sober Party,
Yeah.
I actually left from the Safe and Sober Party to get to the Sisters Rodeo, and I was on no sleep. I had 0 sleep, not even on the way there, because I'm always working. So I had to go and be cheery and happy after a whole
Yeah.
night of celebrating graduation, and so it's definitely a job,
Yep.
but it's fun. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bailey.
I'm not a speaker like Bailey, but I'll take this. Okay, my name is Jeannie Crawford. I'm Bailey's mom. I know these two. I can tell you she is very, very proud of this city and her county. If you go on the Miss NPRA site, when she was trying out, she mentioned Halloween Town and that all the businesses and the city council that support her, you guys go above and beyond because it's not just throwing her money, it's you really want her to succeed. And this is, I've seen her grow in the last 4 years. I'm very proud of her. She works very hard, and I appreciate you guys. Do go on there and watch what she says about her city, Halloween Town. So, thank you.
Thank you.
We wish we had 1,000 Baileys here. That would be great.
Well, I'm working on getting my granddaughter on your youth city council.
So, Mr. Mayor, we need to kind of figure out where those funds are going to
Well,
come from, and we can
obviously,
take that from the
I think
council.
that- yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's why I just said the head nod would probably be okay with that. So, Matt, you got it? Okay. Make it so. Okay. Any other visitor comments? Little sister want to come up and say anything? No? Okay. All right. Yeah.
right.
There you go.
Power of
And
positive
actually,
thinking. I love
and
that.
actually, youth council. I think 6th grade. Is that right?
6th grade.
6th grade. You can start being on youth council. Yep. Oh, so she's already there. Yep. Every other Monday, they meet. Yep. it's good to see citizens making something of their and moving forward and continuing to move forward, and you have. So it's very nice to meet you. Yep. Okay, award purchase of small dump truck to General Equipment Inc. in the amount of $44,221.
Move we approve the award of the purchase of the small dump truck.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to approve the purchase of a dump truck. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, award work for suction line replacement at sanitary sewer lift station number 2 to Semblance Construction Inc. in the amount of $9,950.
Move we approve to award the work for suction line replacement at sanitary sewer lift station number 2 to Semlin Construction.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to award the Semblings the suction line replacement on station 2. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Approve and authorize for signature. A, accept St. Helens Community Foundation Assets Agreement. B, display agreement and purchase order with Western Display Fireworks.
I move that we approve and authorize for signature 6A and B as read.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to approve 6A and B. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, appointments to city boards and commissions. Do we have any? I think we're all full, aren't we?
I am working on my budget person, and I will have it before the next meeting.
Was-
Just need to confirm.
And you too, right,
Yeah.
Keith, as well? Okay.
Yeah, I just need to confirm. I had to double check when the meeting started and how many nights before I turn in her name.
And when were those dates set for that, Matt? I mean, we're still a ways out, right?
March.
March 15th, I think, is the first one. That'll be an informational meeting. And then you guys approved 2 official budget meetings. I'm going to add a third just to be safe because I have a lot of discussion things that need to be decided before I finalize the budget and get it for approval to the budget committee. So I will be adding a third budget committee meeting, and I will send that out to you tomorrow when I
Okay.
get those dates confirmed.
I'll be charging
So
you
you guys know
overtime
ahead
on
of time.
that. I'll be charging you overtime on that third meeting.
I do provide dinner, which is, something special. I think you guys don't get anywhere else. So, and it won't be McDonald's.
Okay, consent agenda for acceptance. A, library board minutes dated August 22nd, September 18th, October 17th, and December 12th, 2017.
I move we accept consent agenda 8A as read.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to approve consent agenda 8A. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Consent agenda for approval, number 9. A, council work session, public hearing, and regular session minutes dated December 6th and 20th, 2017, and January 3rd, 2018. B, OLCC license. C, accounts payable bill list.
Move we approve consent agenda for approval A through C as read.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to approve consent agenda A through C as read. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so a couple things to report, actually. This Friday, the high school is getting some national attention at the construction crew that goes out and renovates these houses, put together a very cute video and submitted it to, and I'm not completely sure the program that they submitted it to, but it's a nationally televised, and I have the email, and if people would like to find out more, I'm sure they could go onto the school district's site and find out. But they're going to be out here Friday and recognizing the students that put this video together, and they won. So it's a big deal, and the high school has planned events around it for pretty much most of the day, is what it looked like to me. Started about 9 o'clock, went through lunch, and then I think there was going to be a little walking tour later in the afternoon. Yeah. So, and then Senator Jeff Merkley is coming to town. I do believe it's February 22nd. For us elected officials at 6 o'clock. The town hall will start at 7. I was asked to introduce Senator Merkley and lead the Pledge of Allegiance, and also draw the tickets, because there's usually a pretty good turnout. Not everybody gets a chance to share, so we draw tickets for it. So that's what I have to report on.
So that is what date?
I do believe February 22nd. Now I got actually the message here. I know they were trying to lock down the exact date, and I could have nailed Cheryl here earlier because they were actually waiting on her. And like she said, she had been sick a couple days. And to confirm that they actually could utilize the facility that date.
That's
So
a Thursday evening, right?
We have a couple more meetings between now and then,
yeah,
or one more anyway.
yeah, we'll have one. Yeah, we'll have. I'll have more information for you.
Perfect.
Yep. So that's what I have. Okay, let's start with Council President Morton.
Well, I don't have anything, but I have a story, and that it all goes back to the cleanup day and finding the safe back there and cleaning it up, and maybe making some efforts trying to open it up and whatever. It reminded me as I walked in and heard the story about bringing that out and looking at it, is that in 2013, thank you. Sorry about that. I like to sit back and light the fire. And, in 2013, when I was over in Vietnam and about ready to come back, and I had spent 15 months in Vietnam and in a very special place. And the night before they were to pick me up and take me off to Tan Son Nhut Airport, I thought, another guy and I thought, I'm just gonna bury a lot of the stuff that I have in my room. And so got a great big rocket box, like an ammo box, like the military rocket boxes, stuffed all our stuff in it, my stuff mostly. He put some things in and dug a hole about 4 feet deep and put it underneath this huge big rock. So in 2013, my wife and I go back to Vietnam, and in the back of my head, I'm in search of my container to find, and open up and try to recall all the things that I put in there. What had happened is that the Vietnamese army had taken over that land, and all I was doing was staring down another gun barrel, going, no, 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 you can't come in, past this barrier. And it just reminded me about kind of buried treasure of kind of hoping that there's going to be something in there. I had great ambitions of getting back, digging a big hole, and pulling out the rocket box that's there, and it never happened. I don't think it ever will. And I wanted to leave some of the Vietnamese people who took me there a map and tell them to keep it sacred, and when the army leaves, go dig it up and get a hold of me. It had never happened. Anyway, that's my report. I had nothing to say other than sharing a bit of tribute with you.
Thanks, Doug. Councilor Carlson?
I had something, and I didn't want to interrupt you, but I don't know. I've talked a lot about teamwork and working together with the school district, and I don't know your big news that thinking about supporting our school staff, it might be neat to share that link, to find that link and have us share that through the city, because there's a lot of people in our community that don't get this broadcast or might not see the school's webpage. But when we're being noticed nationally, it'd be nice to show that to all of our fans that we do good work here besides pumpkins and witches' hats and such things. It might be nice to share that. The other thing is, I had just found out about the tragedy that happened here close, and I thought that's horrible. And I go home, and that's the third friend of my daughter's that's taken their life in the last 4 years. So it's really hitting home, and it's just the young people. This is not some down and out druggie. It's like, this is just another kid that met with adversity. This is not a criminal. This is just another young person in our community that was left behind. And my heart goes out to his family. It's just really, really sad that in a time with so much hope that somebody gets left behind like that. And if anybody knows that boy, that if they could reach out to their family, and if you know kids that are maybe just a little quiet and a little withdrawn, it's a good time to remember to take those kids in, because sometimes their mom and dad aren't there for them, but it really does take a community, and there's a lot of wonderful, big-hearted people in this community. We just need to remember those kids that they're quiet and a little odd, but they just need a friend. That's all I have.
Good words, Jen.
Thank you. Councillor Locke.
Want to congratulate Bailey on all her endeavors. Good job. Guess we did a good job at the youth council, huh? Actually, she did a good job.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Thing, yeah. And other than that, on the kind of the same thing, and a little bit earlier today, we were talking about the senior center. It's been a few years ago now. I was working on a teen center with a group of people in town, and we went to the senior center to see if they would share that facility with the teens. And it wasn't just no, it was like blankly blank no. And so maybe there's other uses that would help with that facility and help with their financial support and whatnot, that you could take advantage of that facility over there for the community, because there's still a very good need of a teen center in town, and something that I'm still want to work on this coming year. So still going down that road. We can talk about it.
Is that it?
Yep.
Okay. Youth Councillor David.
So at our last meeting, we were able to have Judge Grove come and give us a tour of the old teen court. And we learned a couple things which will help us in developing what we're trying to do. As of now, we need to find more group members so we can keep that going. Judge Grove said that about 20 active members would probably be a good number. So we're going to have to work for that. Get more people to...
How many do you currently have right now?
We have...
Probably about 8.
Yeah, about 8.
So you got a little recruiting, a little...
Yep.
Yep.
And we're very thankful to Judge Grove for that. Yeah. He took his time to come and show us, and I thought that was pretty awesome. Pretty nice.
He's a pretty nice guy, Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I asked him to swear me in. I know him pretty well. Yep. So, yeah. Good job. Okay. Should we go start down here and end with you, John?
I don't have anything, so you can.
Sue?
I did just want to mention, I think you all received a copy of this, but we got a very nice letter from a citizen complimenting our parks and our park staff. And
Yeah, I seen that.
Hope
It was-
everybody had a chance to look at that. I thought that was very nice of them to take the time to compliment them, because they, for such a small crew, they do an exceptional job, I think. So that was all I had.
Thanks. Neil?
I just wanted to congratulate Bailey too as a former member in my old
Yes,
earlier life.
you're a rodeoer. That's
PRA.
right. Yes.
I just don't think everybody realizes how much competition she went through to get to where she's at. So congratulations. It's quite an accomplishment.
He used to rodeo with a gentleman named Stub Johnson, and that guy was little, but he was tough as nails. Believe that.
I don't have anything more tonight.
Okay, Matt? No? Kathy?
I just wanted to tell you that Comcast wasn't working tonight. I don't know. I could not figure it out for the life of me. So, no replay for that. Technical difficulties.
It
We were
happens.
having technical difficulties earlier too with the mics and hearing it on Granicus. So Eric, who's our AV guy, he's going to come to our next meeting and listen during the meeting and make adjustments during the meeting.
Good.
There's got to be some.
Well, there goes another wasted Vietnam story. Darn.
Yeah.
It's on. You'll be on the website.
Hey, I'm thinking about that, though. What if there's an evil spirit inside there that we're going to open up, and it's just going to be all bad for Halloween Town? We're not on camera, right? We're not on camera, so.
I have a go back.
Yeah.
But I'll give John unless John wants to talk.
No, go ahead.
So we had our first Kiwanis Parade meeting a couple days ago, and we were talking about our theme this year. It's always a hard thing to come up with a theme, and one of the things that we came up with was because there's getting to be fewer and fewer and very few World War II vets left around.
Yeah.
That we were thinking about having them be our MC, our Grand Marshals, and then maybe have the theme around that. And then it came up, would there be any controversial around that? Anybody showing up, maybe protesting that or whatnot. So I just wanted to bring it up and see what you guys thought about that.
I think if you frame it in the service, I think of, honoring our servicemen and women, whatever that service is. I don't think that's pro anything. I think that's honoring people's service. I don't, lots of people serve their country in lots of different ways, and I don't think anybody would fault that. I don't think anybody worth anything would fault that. It's just my opinion. I mean, people, whether you're a police officer or whether you're in the National Guard or whether you're a fireman, that's all service to your community. That's all good work.
So just think about that, and if you think of anything, I'll throw it around.
I mean, it's really up to you Kiwanis. I mean, it's your event.
Well, I understand that, but we don't. It's on our street, so
Yeah.
we don't want to cause any issues either. So
It'll be your issues, not you're just asking for the permit. Hey, they're just asking for the permit. I was trying to find something on the school district
thanks
site.
for the backup there.
Yeah, you're welcome. I was just trying to find something on the school district site with a little bit more information on that, but it is a very important deal to be recognized nationally, and the students did this whole video themselves in one, so it's a big deal. So if you have the opportunity to make it out to the high school, I would. I'm looking at the Facebook site. I'm not actually looking at the official site of the school district, but I'm sure it's on there. Okay, so just want to reiterate that, which will be this Friday. So, okay, got anything, John?
Nope.
Okay, we're adjourned.
Well, it wasn't this time, so.